turn the radio off right now and listen to The Chris Miles Show.
Check your resources.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Chris Miles Show with your host, Chris Miles.
What's going on, people? What's happening? Thank you for tuning in to the Chris Miles Show. We are here, blessed by the Most High. We are excited to be in here today. This is episode 71, entitled Blood Sacrifice. We do have Lamont out of New York coming up later, top of the hour, 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And we have my good friend coming out of Los Angeles, Dillard, excuse me. So yeah, we are still on the travesty going on in the land of Israel, formerly Palestine. So we're going to be talking about that. Basically trying to break down a lot of things dealing with that situation over there. We want to, once again, welcome everybody in on the Chris Miles Show. Let me see. That's crazy because I just lost my train of thought. We have a lot of various pictures. We have a lot of pictures today that we are going to talk over, as well as videos. So today's show, we're going to touch on a lot of tangible information about the so-called Middle East. I want to give a shout out to my son-in-law, Brad, my daughter, Kalina, and everybody out there. I also want to say this, people. Back here a few weeks ago, I lost a very dear friend of mine by the name of Ray Anthony Moore. Ray was one of my biggest supporters. Like, this guy supported the Chris Miles Show, man. He was on back in, was that August, Mr. Producer?
Yeah.
He was on in August. Man, good dude, man. I miss him. He would call me every morning, man. Every morning. Man, how you doing? How you doing, C Miles? Man, I was thinking about you. I miss him, man. Man, people, you all don't know. You don't know how important it is to have people in your life that just call you in the morning just to say, man, I'm thinking about you. How you doing? I miss Ray. I love him. So a lot of people out there know what I'm talking about. So I just wanted to acknowledge him, his memory, his spirit, good brother. So we're gonna do a tribute to him coming up, but I just wanted to bring his name up on this episode 71 as we go into the dialogue on what we are talking about, which is blood sacrifice. All right, Mr. Producer, how you doing today, my brother?
Man, I'm doing pretty good, man. Can't complain at all.
Man, you had a very exciting weekend. Well, you went to the Auburn game.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, people, because this man is a diehard Alabama fan, man. Roll Tide, man. The boys doing their thing again. And despite people not thinking. I'm forever ASC. I went to school there. I'm just we got the best quarterback in the land, but we just for some reason, man, we're not able to yield what we need to. But anyway, man, fight on, man. I had another friend of mine by the name of Ned was talking shit about SC, so me and him gonna hook it up, man. We gonna do a sports episode of the Chris Miles show. Like we're not gonna talk about no politics. We're not gonna talk about shit but sports.
Yeah, man. Break it down, man.
You know what I'm saying? We
break
gonna do that, man. We got a lot
of
sports enthusiasts out there. By the way, I want to just acknowledge my good friend Ralph Bradford. We were talking earlier on the Chris Miles show page. I like that, Mr. Producer. But yeah, me and him talk, man. I love Ralph. Ralph used to cut my hair, man. Kept me spiffy. Matter of fact, Ralph was cutting my hair back in like 2014, people. My beard, he'll tell I had the beard. I've been wearing this part. This has been my look since my son was in middle school. And he's a grown man now, working and doing okay for himself. But I'm just gotten older, uglier, and grayer. So, that's how that goes. But anyway, I want to say hello to my good friend Donna Rogers out there, Dr. Felicia Riggs, all of the people out there that support the Chris Miles show. I love you guys, man. You guys are why I get here and do this thing. I appreciate you all. Mr. Producer.
Yes, sir.
Before we go into the content, man, you wanna show them the stuff you were showing me on the game, man. Like, man, it's if you all have not been to a college game, man, or even a professional football game, it is something entirely different. You know what I'm saying? It is really different. But Mr. Producer is going to bring up. He's going to bring up the content of what he bear witness to last night, man, and it is something to see.
Yeah,
this was
it was
Auburn
it
and
was,
Ole Miss, correct?
Yeah, Auburn and Ole Miss, man. It was, I ain't no Auburn fan, but I don't know. I went to an NFL game here a couple weeks.
Yeah, you sure
beginning
did.
of the month, and I think, to be honest, like, you can tell that these people put a lot of money, a lot of thought to the entertainment, man. It's a live game, man. It's nothing like it. It's nothing like it, man. I was very impressed. But hold on.
This is the thing, people. Like you said, a lot of continuity goes into these games. And that's what we're trying to do on the Chris Miles show, people. We are actually trying to bring something different. You understand? We're trying to bring something that typically people are not necessarily getting in podcasts. Like, we actually have a live line where people can call in and be a part of the show. When I came back from California down south, I kept the number. So it's actually a LA number, or a Beverly Hills number. When we was out there doing it. But the thing is, I still have the number. We haven't been really taking any calls, but we will. We are going to start back opening the lines up, and just doing some different things. Incorporate your thought process in on the Chris Miles show. So Mr. Producer is actually
trying to. The video I got, it lost quality. Hold on, let me see. Here you go. Let me see.
So, yeah, like I say, what we're gonna do here momentarily, we're gonna go into the content of what we're actually talking about this evening. Um,
See if that make a difference. Not really. Let me see. Shit.
all right. Well, anyway, if you can't get it, then what we'll do is
Yeah, I tried to get it, man.
let's go on to so
Yeah.
let's go. Mr. Producer,
Yeah.
bring that up, the footage up, or the image up. This here is something that, for me, is it the image? It looks like it's.
Oh man, I turned up. It's a little. It's lagging. I turned up the try to turn up the power of the camera, so it's kind of a little laggy.
Okay.
To try to get it. I mean, the live gonna be kind of scratchy, but after it processes, the picture gonna be better. Like it won't do that after you know what I'm saying. After you play it back.
Okay. All right. So bring the image up. So people, we have.
With Jay-Z.
I want to talk about. Back here a couple of weeks ago, we did something on Jay-Z. Jay-Z had a relative that asked him about was he wanted it or was he borrowing the $4,800?
I mean, he said he was borrowing it. He said that he wanted to do a little play, and he was gonna pay him back about $2 million after his play became successful.
Okay, so anyway, Jay-Z's relative came to him and said, "Hey man, look, I need to borrow $4,800, right?" So he didn't say give me, he said let me borrow $4,800.
Yeah.
Jay-Z, people, is wearing a $7 million watch. Okay?
Man, I'm a little funky too, man. I like that.
$7 million.
That's nice.
Now,
$7 million.
quite naturally, it's Jay-Z's money. So I can't count a person's pocket, nor would I try to. That's not my thing. That's just, that's him. But you have a $7 million watch. Okay? What do you go to wear a $7 million watch, Mr. Producer?
I guess a basketball game. He had a basketball game. I don't know.
All right, yeah, maybe so. Well, anyway, he has on a $7 million watch. And he had a relative that went to him and asked him for $4,800.
Yeah.
And he said, no. It doesn't work like that. So the relative he didn't say give me, he said loan me. Okay? So he wanted him to loan him the money. So he could have loaned him the money, $4,800. And like I told you, this is what I was telling you last time, Mr. Producer. Can you give me this image this way? This is what I want to tell you, Mr. Producer. When you are in the $1 billion category,
Right.
everything you do is contract.
Right.
Everything.
Right off.
I mean,
Right-offs.
the entire situation becomes a thing of tax.
Right.
Like everything is about tax. It's about write off and shit of that nature. But he could have gave the man the $1,400.
Right.
That was simple.
Easy.
But he didn't want to do it. And this is why I said, what people have to realize, shit dealing with celebrities, black celebrities, they don't mean us any good. Even if they're your relatives. But they'll go to Africa and all these other places and they'll build schools. They'll put schools in these places. But when it comes to helping a relative change the dynamics of his life, that's impossible. That's something that they can't do. You know, so I don't know, man. I think it's a bad situation. I think he could have. I think Jay-Z seriously could have. If you got $7 million to pay for a watch,
man, come on, man. Right?
You mean to tell me you can't change somebody's life by loaning somebody $1,400?
Shit, whether it changed his life or not, man. You know what I'm saying, them your people, man. Like I watched a little video. I watched, a little motivational video. A guy was saying, every family, there's the one. It's gonna be the one. That's the one. You know what I'm saying? He gonna figure it out. He gonna be the breadwinner of the family. So, by nature, really, it's his responsibility to try to bring the rest of his family, you know what I'm saying, to make sure his family has generational wealth. Not just your kids. Your kids gonna be straight. But if you make that much money and you done figure that thing out, man, come on, man. How wouldn't you want to teach your uncle? Right. You know what I'm saying? The ones that are willing. And
because it's a thing, Mr. Producer, where you say it was for a play or something.
Yeah, he said
this dude could actually be the next Tyler Perry. No, I want you to think about something.
I'm pretty sure Jay-Z got Tyler Perry number on speed dial.
But listen, this is the crazy part. It could have been on some hater shit too. Like, I give him this $1,400, he could probably surpass me in what it is I'm trying to do.
And he'll have a long way to go, man.
I'm not saying you don't never know out here, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You get with the right person if they believe in your content, then your shit is, you know what I'm saying?
And I mean, shitting with Jay-Z, with his gravitas and just the fact that who he is, if he came in there the right way and be like, man, y'all handle my cousin, man, look out for him. His ideas seem to be pretty good, man. Y'all, let's try to make something happen. Hell, he got enough money to, open up him a little studio, but it is what it is.
It is what it is, right. So
you want to do that DJ Envy, man?
Yeah.
You send me the picture.
Yeah, so people, everybody out there listen to The Breakfast Club, right? Everybody out there listen to The Breakfast Club. DJ Envy, Mr. Producer called me. I was actually on the road at the time, but he called me and said, hey, man, have you heard the news? And I said, what news? He said, man, DJ Envy, the feds went down and arrested him. I said, arrested him? Now, what's crazy, you know how you see shit that'll come up on social media? A lot of times they might run some shit where this person passed away, or you're like, man, there's no validity to this shit, right? So that's what I'm thinking, like, you know what I'm saying? But when Mr. Producer called me and told me this shit had happened, man, it caught me off guard. But anyway, run the clip, Mr. Producer.
I'm saying, let me see. Let me see if I got it. I gotta find it. But anyway, what did I send it?
So also, too, remember, people, the title of the show, episode 71, Blood Sacrifice. And I stopped giving out the social media handles. I mean, shit. I give it out every show, and I don't see anybody coming in adding that type of thing. So really, it's just it's a waste of time, waste of energy, that type of thing.
This it. Oh, here go. Here we go. Let me get it. Let me get it the way it need to be. Copy the link. Goddamn DJ, man. Everybody been, Rick Ross been going in on him.
Yeah, so, DJ Envy was, he was into it with Rick Ross. They were battling about something. And it was about the car show thing here in Atlanta.
Yeah.
They had I don't know, something about some cars. So, and it got real ugly, contentious.
But yeah, what's his name? Envy was always saying that he wasn't making no money. He was doing charity work and all that shit. But I think there was a lot of folks were complaining about how much Ross was charging. But shit, I'm saying that man running the business. Hold on, here go one of the video. Here go one.
We're back now with an I-Team exclusive. Less than a week after we broke the story of investors who say they were scammed in a real estate venture promoted by radio host DJ Envy, there is a major development.
DJ Envy's longtime business partner has been arrested by federal agents in New Jersey. Cesar Pina has been charged with fraud. Investigative reporter Sarah Wallace has been all over the story. She has the latest from federal court in Newark.
Cesar Pina arrested by the feds this morning on a charge of wire fraud and brought here to the federal courthouse in Newark. They say this may be just the beginning. He could face additional charges of money laundering.
You might know him on Instagram as Flippin' NJ, my friend Cesar Pina.
DJ Envy often had his pal, Cesar Pina, on the radio hosts The Breakfast Club show.
Started with no money, and here I am. $50 million later in real estate.
Promoting their real estate partnership. Now, in this federal complaint, the government says
play the rest of it. It was cut up. Hold on. Come on, man. I'm trying to run this shit in high definition. That's all it was. Hold on.
Just run it regular, man.
Yeah, no.
engaged in a Ponzi-like scheme involving investors, adding Pina defrauded dozens of victims of millions of dollars. We interviewed many of them.
I lost $200,000.
$835,000 in total.
I lost a total of $64,000.
I lost $1 million.
Envy, whose real name is Rashawn Casey, was not charged, but many of the alleged victims say they were influenced.
Advertising this all over the radio and on television.
Investors say Pina promised he would rehab and flip distressed properties, many in Patterson, giving a 30% profit within months. Dozens have now filed lawsuits saying they never got any of their investment back. Pina is accused of pocketing $17 million from just 4 properties. As news broke of his arrest, we were interviewing Jeff Robinson, who owns a food truck and car wash in Patterson.
My son was my world.
Damn, my brother.
Advantage.
His son, Jeff Jr., tragically died in a car accident 6 months ago, leaving 2 children behind. Jeff Jr. had invested $325,000 with Pina in this Passaic property. The dad says Pina then went dark.
After I buried my son, I called Cesar. Oh, bro, I'm going to meet you. I have text correspondence with Cesar, text messages. Oh, I'm running a little behind. He never met me here. But my main concern is getting what's due to those children. It's not fair. The comfort would be when my grandkids are are in position when they have trust accounts with that money that he owes those children.
Pena pleaded not guilty. He has to post a $1 million bond and is being released on electronic monitoring. He cannot leave the state of New Jersey. No comment from DJ Envy. An inside source tells us that the iHeartRadio offices were visited by
Yeah, that was it.
Okay. All right. Well, I sent you one over too. But anyway, so people, let me just say this. DJ Envy is in a very precarious situation right now. The reason why, we're talking about Ponzi scheme, we're talking about millions and millions of dollars that are lost. One man say 250,000, 17,000. Man, do you know? And he said that they could actually hit him with money laundering charge.
Yeah.
That man, that dude, DJ Envy, man, better. He might need to sing like the Commodores, man. See if we can get a record deal, because it's gonna be some time attached to that, bro.
Man, come on, man. Come on.
I'm talking about over. We talking about like 30 years, bro.
I'm saying he brought this man on his platform, man, promoting.
And the thing is, it shows you people the power in media. Like, he's brought this guy on, right? He was promoting. This is the thing. He was promoting the content through iHeartRadio. Our stuff is also televised through iHeartRadio. Well, we're nothing like the Breakfast Club. But the point is, this dude, man, is...
Man.
So what are some of the guys that he's beefed with? What are they saying, Mr. Producer?
Man, they're just making jokes, man. He was talking about Joe Budden. He said Envy said he called like 3 people. So he called Joe Budden, and I forgot who else, but Joe Budden told him, like, man, that real estate shit you doing is a Ponzi scheme. You're going to jail. Joe Budden told him that.
What was this before or after?
It was before this happened. This was before.
Really?
Yeah, before he got into real estate. Joe Budden said that shit to him. Then, Rick Ross, he made his little jokes, man, but, man, that's pretty rough, man. They said the feds came to the iHeart station, studio yeah. Took electronics, computers. I'm saying, man, that's pretty embarrassing, man. He a high, I mean, he but he a high, you know what I'm saying? He a public figure, man. He a high class public figure.
But this is the issue though, Mr. Producer. Like,
yeah.
Dude, all of this shit borders greed, man.
Man.
Like, people, let me tell you something, man. I don't want all of them. I don't want all of the money. I don't need all of the money. I know how to live very conservatively. I like nice shit, don't get me wrong. Who don't? But I don't need all the money. I need to be comfortable. I need to be able to pay my bills. I need to be able to provide for my family. If my family member call and say, hey, man, look here, I need, a few grand, I need something. Unlike Jay-Z, if I got it, you can get it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what it's about. It's based off of morals. But you out here running schemes, man, trying to beat and swindle people out of shit, man.
Right, man. You getting the whole, getting addresses of buildings. Like, man, we gonna get this building, we gonna rehab it, we gonna flip it. You put in $250,000, man, you gonna get $2 million back. I'm saying these folks put up their hard-earned.
They say he still got $17 million. Man,
that's
just off of that shit, man.
Man, that's a lot of money. It's just, man, you never gonna see it again.
The thing about it, man, if they when they come at you, they got you. So the only thing, the rational thing to do would be to plead guilty. Because I'm going to say this, people. This is what most people don't realize. An indictment is a charge. Okay? It's a charge. If I went to the barbershop and say, what's my charge? You charge $30, $35, $40, $50 for a haircut and beard. Okay? It's a charge. So, an indictment is a charge. So they've actually literally charged him. So when they say, how do you plead? Not guilty. You know what you did? You just told them, I ain't playing this shit. So they got you. You've broken one of the UCC codes. They got you. And you just told them, hey, I'm not going to pay it. There's a lot of other lingo stuff that comes into play, things that you could probably do. I'm not going to talk about that on this platform. Not now. Not tonight. But fact of the matter is that when you plead not guilty, you basically said that I'm not paying it. Now, some people say, well, why would you plead guilty? You don't necessarily have to plead guilty. It's a way around that too. But I'm just saying, a lot of times they'll come to you and they'll make a deal and say, okay, then, well, let me give you this deal. We'll give you 60 months. You say, no, fuck that. I'm going to go to trial. Well, you go to trial, then they're going to give you as a max, providing you're convicted. Okay? But anyway, so that's enough on Envy, man. I don't know a lot about him. I hate it for him. Hopefully everything works out for the better. Mr. Producer, do you want to you want to break real quick and go into the content of really what the show is about this evening, blood sacrifice? Before you do that, let's run the thing where them brothers ran up on this dude to rob this guy.
Yeah, let me see.
Let's do that real quick, and then we're gonna break, because I need to get me a sip of water, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into the subject matter: Israel and Gaza. Y'all check this out here, right?
Dang, man, he jumped up out of there. Dang, what happened, man? What that was?
I don't know. I don't actually know where it happened at. But I wanted to show it because it shows the criminal mindset of a lot of these youngsters out there.
Yeah.
When they have a gun. Now, what the guy did was he showed them, like, listen, man, if you're going to take my life, then we all die. You understand what I'm saying? So what he did was he showed them, hey, listen, I'm not even really fearing that at this point. That's why he kept saying, shoot me, shoot me.
He said he gonna kill all of us. We all finna die.
We all finna be unalive, as we're supposed to say here.
Yeah.
So that was clever. For me, Mr. Producer, it was funny because I mean it was very strategic. At the moment.
Changed.
Yeah. He changed the narrative. So actually, when the youngsters who had the gun realized, hey man, we got in the wrong car to carjack this dude.
Man.
When they realized that shit, they ready to hightail it out of there.
Yes, sir.
So anyway, people, we're gonna break real quick. We're gonna come back with the actual topic of discussion. Thank you for watching the Chris Miles Show. Y'all stay right here. Give us a few minutes. I'm gonna grab some water. We're gonna come back right with blood sacrifice. We're gonna go into the subject matter of what we're talking about tonight.
Welcome back, people. Welcome back. Welcome back.
So,
man, things are heating up in the Middle East, ain't it?
Yeah, but before you go into the conversation or the topic, let's bring up. I need to see Michael Rappaport, man. I need to see this dude, Mr. Producer, because
you need a picture of him.
Yeah, because
let me see if I
you know I've been. I have been literally sending messages his way, and I know he's getting my content.
Like, pretty sure he is too.
I mean, no. If Stephen A. respond to it, I know his shit. He you know what I'm saying. So, you know, he's Jewish.
Yeah.
And he's been saying a lot of disparaging things about the Palestinians.
Yeah.
Or I take that back. You know, let's be truthful. He hasn't. He said it, but he said those things indirectly. Right. Like, the whole thing is that he's saying things, but it's not directed, it's indirect. Or indirectly. He's saying a lot of bad things, right?
Right.
The whole thing is this is what I want everybody as we go into the topic of conversation tonight, which is blood sacrifice. What is going on? They are basically, the state of Israel is basically using Hamas as a conduit to kill women and children.
Right.
And the thing is, they really want to exterminate the Palestinian people. That's what they want to do. They really want the state of Israel wants to exterminate the Palestinians. What I take issue with is, how is it that we see and we know these things to be fact, right? Like we know these things to be a fact of the matter. But the bottom line is that these other states, these other countries they're not saying anything about it, Mr. Producer.
Man, it's weird. It's weird to me, man.
I'm serious. Like China. I mean, I'm seeing things. I'm hearing things. Stuff is out there. Like, man, these people are actually dropping bombs on women and children.
Right.
And this is the crazy part, people. I want you all to understand something about what's really going on. You get that clown out of there, man. But this is what I want you all to understand about the fighting that's going on. First of all, it's Bible prophecy. Okay? Like, we're considered two continents, African American, right? I was on the phone with my good friend Ralph earlier, and I was telling Ralph, I said, Ralph, it was camera one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, camera one. I was telling Ralph earlier, I say, Ralph, the land of Israel is not the land of the so-called Jews, and it's not the Palestinian land either. It's our land. Once again, people, I want y'all to understand something. The so-called Negroes, blacks or African Americans, the people of so-called Hispanic descent and Native Americans, that is our land. We're exiled from that land. Now,
according to the Bible, yes.
According to the Bible,
yes.
All right. We are the actual children of Israel. We are the bloodline. Some of us was here 800 years before the southern tribes, the tribes of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi came into a Sareth, or Azareth, which is the Americas. And the Levites settled on the land of what's called Hispanosa, of the island. You got the Dominican Republic on one side, and then you have Haitians on the other side.
Yeah, the Levites are Haitians.
Yeah, the Haitians. You got Simeon.
Take your time, brother.
You got Simeon, which are the Dominicans, and you have Levi or lawyer, which the term lawyer comes from lawyer, which are the Levites. Moses was from the tribe of lawyer. He was a Levite.
He was a Haitian.
He was a Haitian. In today's term, those people would be from Haiti. I got into it with a Jewish guy at Starbucks. I went to him and I asked him something, and he said He said, yeah, I got people in the land of Israel. And I asked him, I said, are you a Jew? He said, yeah. I said, what tribe are you from? He said, I'm from the same tribe as Moses. And I laughed in his face. I said, well, first and foremost, Moses was not from the tribe of Judah. He was from the tribe of Levi.
That's why he had to stay. That's why he had to stay in the wilderness. He couldn't go to the promised land.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But Jacob, who became Israel, had 12 sons. And out of those 12 sons, he begat 12 nations. You understand?
Come on now.
And the people over there in that land, we're going to play a video tonight. This is why it's called blood sacrifice. That's right. These people know what's so corruptible about all of this shit. Like, it takes a godless people to do the shit that we're seeing. But then I was listening to somebody say, man, listen, we don't have a dog in the fight. We don't. But we're talking about women and children. We understand that the Most High God is getting ready to purge that land because he's going to put his people back in the land. This is what people have to understand. People should read the book of Joel, the 3rd chapter. Read Joel, the 3rd chapter. We're in the form right now of World War III. I want to read something to people. This is from the book of Revelations. The book of Revelations, chapter 9, verse 12. Now, everybody should know the word Revelations means what, Mr. Producer?
Reveal.
To reveal.
I got that one right.
You got it right. You get an 8. The word revelation means to reveal or to bring forth. Okay? So this is a future prophecy. And it says, I'm going to read this to you. This is Revelation 9, chapter 9, verse 12. It says,
Camera 2. One
woe is past, and behold, there comes 2 woes more hereafter. This is talking a woe. If you say, when you hear the Lord say woe, he's talking about destruction.
Man, destruction.
So this is telling you that World War III is among us. And it's all brewing right there in the valley of what's called Jehoshaphat. The people in that land that's calling themselves Israel, they're not the bloodline. They're liars. They're deceivers. And what bothers me is you have these biased news stations who can't seem to tell the truth. Like, the state of Israel was set up during the time of 1948, during what's called the Berlin Conference. Wow. So, hold that thought. We've covered your post because it may show graphic content. The post doesn't go against our community standard, but it may be sensitive to some people. No. Now, this just popped up on my screen. I got monitors all around me, people. And we hadn't showed anything graphic or anything like that. But the thing is that we're talking about a sensitive subject matter that they don't want the truth to come out. So once again, let me go back to the topic of conversation here, Mr. Producer.
Yeah.
Camera 2, right? So the fact of the matter is is that we have been not told the truth. I mean, it's just all of this stuff that's going on over there is very, very much incorrect. And these news conglomerates have an agenda to do what they're doing. All of the stuff that they're showing is very one-sided. But we're going to bring out information here this evening because it needs to come out. Before you go into that, Mr. Producer, bring me up TMZ, because the TMZ, there are two things that they've actually done. That
you got Chappelle and we got Sean.
Okay, give me Sean. I want to Sean King, to his credit, I've been critical of this guy, but this is not a time to be critical of him. Sean King has been running information about the atrocities that's going on in the land of Israel.
Right.
Hold that right there, Mr. Producer. Sean King has been running, or basically talking about the subject matter of how women and children are being bombed and all of the things that's going on over there. If you watch CNN, Fox, MSNBC, even BBC, and some of the other rags, New York Times, the coverage is very one-sided. They're only talking about Hamas kidnapped the hostages. This is what I wanted. This is the question I asked somebody the other day.
Yeah.
Why does Hamas exist? Hamas just didn't pop up and say, you know what, we're going to exist.
That's a good question.
They exist because there was something going wrong.
And they had to do something to fight back.
They had to offer a counterance to what was going wrong.
Right.
I'm not a supporter of Hamas. Okay? But the very people that are calling these people of terrorism has inflicted terrorism on the Palestinian people.
Come on now. Bring it up.
So how can a terrorist calling somebody else a terrorist? You have a guy, Benjamin Netanyahu, that should be brought up on war crimes. Like, this is the thing that we here at the Chris Miles Show have done. We've done the research, and to find out that Hamas have underground tunnels. Okay? They are fighting like the Vietnamese did America. When the Viet Cong them were there, they had underground tunnels.
Yeah.
Even in the graveyard, like the American troops was setting up camps in the graveyard. The Viet Cong were going underground in the graveyard, coming up under dead bodies, and they're like, "Damn, we got soldiers coming up dying in the graveyard." It was very strategic. So, due to the fact that Hamas have a lack of the forces that the Israelis have, they came up with a ingenious way of fighting the Israelis, which were to go underground. So if you understand and know that these people are fighting you underground, how in the fuck do you bomb a church, a mosque? How do you bomb homes? You're leveling buildings, but these people are fighting you from underground. But you go and say, well, they're hiding amongst the people. Well, that's a simple fix. If they're hiding amongst the people, get on the ground. Go door to door. Knock on the door. Go snuff them out. But you dropping bombs on women and children, that's a cowardly act. That's wrong. And the world see what you're doing. And all over the world, which CNN is not showing, from China, Germany, Palestine, DC, Chicago, all of these areas, people are having sympathy for the Palestinian people and not for the state of Israel or the so-called Jews. This is major. Sean King, the guy that you see on your screen right now, has been running opposite of that of all of the Jewish-led media sources. Everybody got an opinion on this, but everybody's opinion has been biased and very one-sided. Sean King is running content on that of Instagram and his podcast, and he's showing the horrors of women and children being murdered by, or excuse me, because we are monetized, unalive, excuse me, being unalive by the Israelis. And these videos that Sean King are running, they're getting anywhere between 18 to 54,000 views.
Man, that's a lot.
And then when you read the comments, everybody on there are angry with the state of Israel. Like, everybody on there has something negative to say about the state of Israel and Jewish people. And this is what I have to say. If these people are who they say they are, okay, why do the world hate them?
Man, come on now.
So what I'm saying is, we'll be going into December 25th here shortly, right? Which is supposed to be Christ's birthday. We know better, right?
Right.
But the point is, everybody loves Christmas. The bottom line is, everybody's coming against the Jewish state at this point because they see what is going on. Despite the bias that you see going forward with that of these news, Fox News, MSNBC, CNN. Matter of fact, Mr. Producer, give me like we're talking about Sean, I want to bring up, because we at the Chris Miles Show, people send us content. Okay. Some of the content was sent to us, other content we went and got. Give me a video, Mr. Producer.
Any video?
Give me a video.
Okay, any video?
Yeah. Hopefully you're going to give me one something along the line of what I'm talking about. But so this is the thing. This little girl here that you see, this little girl, or these are Palestinian children that have been devastated by the bombs that the Israeli army is dropping on their homes. So I want you all to, I want everybody to think about something. What would be the mentality of these young girls when they become adults? When they think back on the horror of what happened to their homeland. When they think about relatives. A lot of these kids have lost brothers and sisters, family members, moms and dads, uncles, aunties, grandparents, grandmother, grandfathers. What will be the mentality of these young girls when they get older? What will be it? Give me another one, Mr. Producer.
You want that 3-minute video?
Which one is that?
You got the little let me see. What's all on it?
Just give me one with the children on there.
I'm saying it's a dude, a little bald head dude interviewing, showing, talking about a little different stuff. It's like 3 minutes. Showing the devastation.
Let's not go into that one. What I'm looking for is something along the line of, like I say, with the children.
All right, here we go. Here go another one.
It should have been a sequential order.
والله يابا بأمر الله لخلف محمد وأحمد ومحمود وقتلوا إسرائيل اللي ما قدرش أبوك عنكم والله يابا غير بأمر الله تعالى حرر فلسطين دمك ودم الشهداء يا إن شاء الله بأمر الله تعالى هيهات منا الذلة هيهات منا الذلة هيهات منا الذلة
So people, Mike Live?
Yeah.
So people, this is what I want you all to understand, right? These are not actors. These are not actresses. These things are happening in real time, right now, as we speak. Imagine not being able to go to sleep. You're tired. You can't go to sleep. You don't have running water to flush the toilet. You don't even have water to drink. The people over there are actually boiling toilet water. No food. The hospitals are out of the basic essentials they need for the people that are coming in there that need surgery. The world sees what the state of Israel is doing, people. Now, you can get mad at me. You say, well, why are you talking about it? Because it needs to be talked about. Because when I turn my goddamn TV on, I see a bias. I see the Palestinian people who are living in the fucking ghettos, who's been maligned to a fucking strip, where all of the land that they move freely through has been taken by people that's not native to that land. This is why I'm showing it. And this is why God, the Most High, is going to judge them. Now, all of the things what they're trying to prevent from happening, I ain't seen nobody had arms to reach heaven, to reach God. I ain't seen nobody had the arms to fight God. For long, that sky's gonna crack. That dome, because there's a dome over the earth, it's gonna have a hole in it. And those chariots are gonna ascend down through it. And 200 million angels is coming with Yahawashai Hamashiach, or Hamashiach Yahawashai, who people ignorantly call Jesus Christ. He's coming back. But all of these things that you see unfolding has to unfold because it was written in Scripture. I just look like this. I know a lot, but I just I just look stupid. But the whole point of what I'm telling you is we are dealing with prophecy unfolding. And all this is the whole thing what people have to understand. All of these people, I was watching Liz Cheney on earlier, right? This is what I don't understand, Mr. Producer. Liz Cheney was just beefing with Donald Trump and all this other stuff about January 6th and all this other. But all of them come together on Israel. They don't want to accord when it comes to Israel.
Come on now.
Everybody's on one accord. But the world see the evil that these people that's in the land calling themselves God's chosen people, they see the evil that they're doing to an already broken people. And not only are they broken, you're doing it to children. That is an unconscionable people. I don't give a damn how you flip it, turn it, burn it. How you feel about it is unconscionable for you to do that to a child. And you're basically telling the world the only somebody lives out there matter are white people lives. That's what you're telling the world. That the only people out there lives that matter are Israelis. That's what you're telling the world. And the world see this shit. And even white folks are tired of it. They tired of it. And they starting to say, man, something ain't right about this. Last week we ran on the show, a man down there confronted Ron DeSantis about the bias shit that you see in the news.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
And the very thing out of Ron DeSantis' mouth was, well, you can't trust Al Jazeera. They're government. They're ran by Arab, whatever the fuck he said. Shit didn't make no sense. But guess what? Fox News, MSNBC, and CNN is doing the same shit that they say Al Jazeera is doing. And as I watch, and I'm very critical of a lot of shit, Al Jazeera has been very concrete in the things that they say. We have a shitload of stuff here. The stuff was supposed to be this got discombobulated. And we might not be able to bring all of it out because we got some other people supposed to bring on, providing that we're able to bring them on. But CNN has been very biased. And the only thing that they're talking about is Hamas. And rightfully so. But what I'm saying is, how in the fuck can you talk about somebody got a beam in their eye when you've had the beam in your eye all along? How? Make it make sense. It doesn't make sense. And before these people, before 1948, the people that's in there calling themselves Israel, Israeli, Jewish, Jews, before y'all got there, those people over there they were in peace. But you know what? It's Bible prophecy. All of these things have to unfold because why? God said these things have to take place. Because Christ is going to put his folks back in the land. That land ain't the Palestinian land, neither is the people that are calling themselves Jewish. It's not their land either. It is the bloodline's land. And the bloodline is exiled from that land until that's what Christ is coming back for. But all of these things, if you go into Matthew the 24th chapter, and I'm paraphrasing, if you go into Matthew the 24th chapter, it tells you there should be wars and rumors of wars. Paraphrasing, but my people do be not concerned with this thing because more things has to unfold before the end time comes. And we're seeing it. We're seeing these things. And what we also are starting to see, a bias come to reckoning. President Joe Biden went over to talk to also the Arab leaders. They said, no, with all this shit that these folks doing, we don't want to talk to you. You got a bias. You're only concerned about Israelis' lives.
Come on, man.
You're not concerned about the Palestinian lives. We have somebody of the Democratic Party, cue that video up, Mr. Producer, that's actually talking about President Joe Biden doesn't give a shit about the Palestinians.
So the question that must be answered by all of us in political life is this: how does the world respond to flagrant abuses of international law? When it comes to the horrendous war crimes of Hamas, the response was very clear and very consistent. World leaders queued up to say Israel has the right to defend itself. Israel takes that right as licence to bombard civilians, to bomb schools, hospitals and other civilian infrastructure. And it has now been taken as licence to enforce the displacement of 1 million people from one end of an open-air prison to another. But we should also be very clear.
But could not get himself to say, I want to save and work to save the hundreds, thousands of Americans is stuck in Gaza. What is wrong with you? How is this possible?
Wasn't that it?
Yeah, let's sit down. Let it play it.
It was a minute.
That was it?
Oh, my bad. Hold on,
The slaughter of Palestinian children, of mothers, of fathers, of grandmothers, of grandfathers. Where is your humanity? How do you look at one atrocity and say this is wrong? But you watch as bodies pile up, as neighborhoods are leveled. Israel has dropped more bombs in the last 10 days than we dropped in a whole year in Afghanistan. Where is your humanity? Where is your outrage? Where is your care for people? How is it that we have a president who is talking about releasing hostages, who is talking about getting American citizens out of Israel, but could not get himself to say, I want to save and work to save the hundreds, thousands of Americans is stuck in Gaza? What is wrong with you? How is this possible?
Oh my God. Man, who was that bald head lady?
She's elite. Shit, I don't know.
Oh, she cut her hair like that. But
Man, I don't know.
Man, that's
I think
man. Man, that's terrible, man. What the fuck Biden doing out here, man?
So the point is, people, the people that you see there are Democrats. These people are in the same party of that of Joe Biden. And it's discourse because, like I said, there is a bias where people are actually seeing that everything is very much one-sided. Like, all you see are they're talking about the hostages. They're interviewing Israeli military people. Hardly ever do you see them interview someone from the other team, as Joe Biden called them.
Right.
Now, Mr. Producer, they also had a situation, right?
Come on now.
Where a hospital was bombed.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
They had a thing where a hospital was bombed. And they said, well, we talked about it last week.
Yeah.
And they're still on it. They say, well, Islamic Jihad did it, right? Islamic Jihad hadn't come out. They hadn't released a statement saying, took credit for bombing it. And as we said here last week, Islamic Jihad doesn't have the capabilities of striking something with that type of magnitude, with that type of force. They don't. But the news media will have you believe that it was done by Islamic Jihad.
Yeah.
Now, what's crazy is, how is that Islamic Jihad did this, right? but we're constantly seeing buildings leveled every day. The Israelis just bombed the oldest church over there. We got that for. If we don't get all this stuff out, we more than likely will carry over next week. But the point is, they're not telling the whole side of the issue. There's only one issue that you've seen. Mr. Producer, bring up that of the CNN footage of the lady is confronted. If you don't.
Yeah, I think I know which one.
Well, the Arab lady confronts the lady at CNN. Now, this particular lady here that is actually being confronted, name is Carissa, Ward. Right? And what she's doing is she's running the agenda of what they've told her to run.
Okay. Let me see. Here's this one. Yep, it's this one.
So, we're going to bring up and point out, show you this particular footage of Carissa Ward.
Children that died. Lying. We understand that you're a news channel. You have your foreign policy, but where's your humanity? Where? Where is your humanity? How many children died? I ask you to condemn the Israeli government. Air this. Air this. You liar. You liar. Your misrepresentation of Arabs, of your dehumanization of Arabs. What do you have to say for yourself? You have a duty. You have a duty. Those children that died, lying. We understand that you're a news channel. You have your foreign policy, but where's your humanity? Where? Where is your humanity? How many children died? I ask you to condemn the Israeli government. Air this. Air this. You liar. You liar. Your misrepresentation of Arabs, of your dehumanization of Arabs. What do you have?
So, this was a lady of Egyptian woman that confronted Carissa Ward. Hopefully I'm saying her name right. She's over there. She's been primarily covering the area from Tel Aviv, different parts of Israel. But she's her coverage is very much biased. It's like
one-sided.
It's one-sided. She's depicting the Palestinians as almost as if they are not human, man. That's why the lady said, "Where's your humanity when it comes to this issue, man?"
Right.
Like, we're talking about children. Like, are you that fucking heartless? You fucking evil to the goddamn core. You're bombing children, but you only care about one fucking side? And you expect the world to understand that? You expect the world to understand you out here, like we're seeing kids carried to the hospital. And while the kids in the hospital, a lot of them dead, barely breathing, you drop a goddamn bomb on these children?
Man.
That is an unconscionable people to do some shit like that. That is wrong. But you on here we want the world to believe and to think that you're God's chosen people. What God do you serve to do something like that?
Come on, man.
Can't be the same God that I pray to.
Bring it out.
Can't be.
Come on.
Life is precious. And I know He say this is war. There are a lot of collateral damage. There are a lot of things that you're doing because you have this ethnic cleansing mentality. You have this apartheid mindset that you want to wipe these, you want to exterminate these people. You want them gone. And the world is watching. This is why I entitled this show Blood Sacrifice. And just as the scriptures tell us, you reap what you sow. God ain't sleeping, he ain't tired. And the very thing that you're doing, he's going to require you to give that back. This is the thing. You can't go to, oh, I'm sorry, I ain't mean it. I don't know what I did. No. The Most High is going to require that you pay the same price that you made these people pay. But he's going to hold you accountable. Give me some more videos, Mr. Producer.
Sorry, I just don't see it.
Matter of fact, do we have the one where the guy is talking about, he's talking about the bombing, the
Is that the bald headed guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got that.
Come on with it. Come on with it.
The Al Ahli Arab Hospital massacre. Al Jazeera has verified a timeline of events of how news of this massacre unfolded across social media. On Tuesday, 17th October at around 6:59 p.m., a massive explosion ripped through the Al Ahli Arab Hospital in Gaza. This video, filmed from outside the hospital, captures the first sounds of ordnance whirring through the air and the subsequent explosions. Almost immediately, multiple eyewitnesses take to social media to describe the scenes of a massacre with hundreds of bodies scattered in the aftermath. Many images are too graphic to broadcast. At 8:23 p.m., the Israeli Prime Minister's social media advisor, Hanania Naftali, celebrated the bombing by saying Israeli Air Force struck a Hamas terrorist base inside a hospital in Gaza. A multiple number of terrorists are dead. He then deleted the tweet. The Israeli army were quick to deny having anything to do with the attack on the hospital and tweeted, "The Palestinian Islamic Jihad terrorist organization is responsible for the failed shooting that hit the hospital." Along with the tweet, they posted CCTV footage reportedly confirming rockets being launched by the Palestinian Islamic Jihad. One glaring problem with the footage they shared was the timestamp. The CCTV feed displays a timestamp of 7:59 p.m., which was approximately 1 hour after the impact. The IDF then edited the tweet and removed the attached footage. Other Israeli army affiliated accounts also began circulating footage which was later debunked and confirmed to be from August 2022. Another Twitter account claimed to be an Al Jazeera journalist at Farida Khan, saying, "I saw with my own eyes it was Hamas, Ayash 250 rocket." This account was then deactivated after it proved to be fake. The Al Jazeera network acted swiftly, releasing this statement on X, formerly known as Twitter. This account has no ties to Al Jazeera, its views or content. So, what other evidence is there of the explosion? The Israeli army claims footage on Al Jazeera proves the explosion at Al Ahli Arab Hospital was due to a failed rocket launch by Palestinian Islamic Jihad. After analyzing the footage, we can see a rocket being intercepted and breaking apart in midair. Two more explosions follow. The first can be seen in the distance, followed by a second, much larger explosion at Al Ahli Arab Hospital. This was the moment hundreds were killed. Al Jazeera's digital investigation team has dedicated a detailed investigation into the matter. Independent military and weapons experts are still reviewing social media footage and eyewitness accounts. The Israeli army still refuses to let international journalists or independent bodies such as the ICC from entering Gaza to act as independent investigators. The claims and counterclaims continue, and across social media, unverified and misleading assertions have become part of a wider narrative, much of it confusing and inaccurate, but all of it aimed at assigning blame without the facts to back it up.
Man, fact checks.
So, there you have it. You clearly see, as this guy here broke down emphatically what happened and what's going on. All along, CNN is still trying to convince the world that it was done by
Islamic Jihad.
Islamic Jihad. Like the Israeli media person, sent out a tweet celebrating the hit. Up until they realized, wait a minute, we just bombed children. He removed it. And the gamut went in then and said, man, look here, we got to change the narrative. This shit can't go, it can't stay out there. We got to shift blame on somebody.
Man.
And that's what that's what you see going on. Matter of fact, bring up that video, Mr. Producer, where what Joe Biden is saying about the creation of.
Oh man, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a real good one. Yeah, so we're finna showcase something.
So, damn. Freezing up on me. Hold on, it's coming. Y'all just bear with me for a second. I apologize. All right, here we go.
The best $3 billion.
Make sure this is the beginning.
$3 billion investment we make. If we look at the Middle East, I think it's about time we stop, those of us who support, as most of us do, Israel in this body, for apologizing for our support for Israel. There's no apology to be made. None. It is the best $3 billion investment we make. Were there not an Israel, the United States of America would have to invent an Israel to protect her interest in the region. The United States would have to go out and invent an Israel.
Wow. Did he really just say that?
So,
did he really just utter those words?
Did you all hear what President Joe Biden, he wasn't president then.
Do we need to play it again?
Play it again.
We can play it again.
Yeah.
Man.
We want everybody to listen at what this is, what's going on, people. I want y'all to hear this.
The best $3 billion investment we make. If we look at the Middle East, I think it's about time we stop, those of us who support, as most of us do, Israel in this body, for apologizing for our support for Israel. There's no apology to be made. None. It is the best $3 billion investment we make. Were there not an Israel, the United States of America would have to invent an Israel to protect her interest in the region. The United States would have to go out and invent an Israel.
Wow. Wow. Let that sink in for a minute.
So the president, Joe Biden, said, and this is the whole essence of what we see going on. Joe Biden said, if we didn't have an Israel, we would have to what?
Create an Israel.
We would have to create. So
it sounds like to me it's about oil resources.
No, what is well?
I'm saying
that's a part of
it.
Like
they saying he's saying he trying to they interest. They got to protect their interests in the Middle East.
Listen,
come on with it, man.
A part of the interest is a part of the deception. Like I told you before, these people in the land over there, they're not the bloodline. All of the stuff that you see going on over there wasn't happening before these people went in there.
Right. Man.
That's the problem. So, this is why they get the amount of money. Matter of fact, President, I don't know if you should have
annually. Yeah, they get that.
The video, the picture, he just went and asked for $100 billion. Joe Biden has asked for $100 billion for Ukraine. I did have the breakdown on it. I think it's $14 billion or might be $20 billion for Ukraine and another $14 billion for Israel. $100 billion? Huh. But the people, the citizens of the United States can't get anything. They're taking our intangibles. Once again, they're taking our intangibles and they're sending it over there. Yeah, they have an interest. This stuff.
Yeah. That's what we was talking about that. My mind be slipping sometimes, but that was kind of my thing. Is like the way they treat us over here. We got you talk about it all the time. You got a lot of homeless people. Just a lot of stuff going on with our community, but they consider us Americans too. We pay taxes. We put into the system. We built the country, and those foreign countries ain't got our best interests. So why we got to participate with having to support their war? It's just
he just told you that we got to have their and this is the thing. Like you will leave out your door from your home,
right?
And a police officer will pull you over, like the situation. We were supposed to go into that. But the guy that was wrongfully, black guy from Florida, was wrongfully incarcerated.
Right.
For 15 or 16 years. They took this man's life. Got out of prison. They say he was having some mental issues because of that. He was accused of robbery. And I think I sent it to you, but the fact of the matter is, Mr. Producer, they say he passed a state trooper, Georgia state trooper, at a high rate of speed. Anything that's over 80 miles per hour is reckless driving.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, it turned into an altercation, and the brother lost his life. The cop shot him. So people are making excuses for whatever reason, whatever side the pendulum swing, whatever side you want. The family has hired Benjamin Crump to represent their interests, but it's a real bad situation, Mr. Producer. You know what I'm saying? Like for you to go to be wrongfully incarcerated for a crime that you didn't commit. Right. You lost. Now this would be the perfect example of two-time
loser, man.
Two-time loser.
That's what I'm saying, man. We paying our debt to society, participating in this bullshit, and they more so worried about foreign nations than what's going on at the house.
I mean, black people. The descendants of slaves, all of the money that they've sent over there to Ukraine, and what a nation that's not even Israel, the bloodline, All of that money that they get, they could have paid us reparations, man.
Man, come on now, man. Been done with us.
Yeah, you could have paid us and say shit. Okay, I'm gonna pay you motherfuckers out this. You ain't getting shit else.
Yeah.
They won't do it.
They won't do it.
But they want to take our intangibles and sit over there to people who don't give a fuck about us. This is why I went off on Amari Stoudemire. Like, you around here boo-hooing, talking about you can go there eat kosher food and study Torah, you dummy. You are the people of that Bible. You're going to a people that's not of the Bible and get them to teach you about yourself?
That's crazy, man.
Man, you dumb as shit, man.
That what Lamar did, man.
And the thing is, we're going to reach out to him. And the sad part about it is, they exploit dummies like Amari Stoudemire to make billions of dollars off you. Shooting basketball.
They don't tell how much money he done donated.
You understand what I'm saying? We're going to try to, let me see if I can get, hey, Shalom. Okay. Hey, so I have Lamont. How you doing, brother?
I'm all right, my brother.
We're in here, we're talking about, the title of the conversation is Blood Sacrifice. Let me just say this, people. This is Brother Lamont. Me and this brother, we go back to 2014. We studied together. We were part of the same group for years. We still keeping high-end communication with each other. He's in New York. So I reached out to him to get him to break down some of the stuff as far as what's going on over there in what they call the Middle East. Brother Lamont, you ready to?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All praises to the Most High. Shalom, my brother.
Shalom, shalom.
Audience, listening. It's been crazy with two Gentiles fighting over the so-called Black and Hispanic land. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go over the history of how the Arabs, let's deal with that first, how they occupied the land of Jerusalem. Because none of them belonged in that land. That land was given to the children of Israel. So, first and foremost, I'm going to go over the book of Genesis chapter 12. Because people thinking that these so-called Jews that's in the land of Israel, they are Jews. They are not Jews. They stole our nationality first during the time of the Romans. When the Roman was ruling Judea, the other brother by the name of John Hyrcanus went and conquered a place called Idumea for the word Edom and converted so-called white people to Judaism because they came out of the land, their nationality are Edom. They're known as Esau. They came out of the seed of Jacob, the brother of Jacob. So Jacob and Esau, they were brothers. And the Most High blessed Jacob, and Esau blessing, he was supposed to inherit the promise, the blessing. But what happened, he sold his birthright to Jacob. So when the time for Isaac was supposed to bless these two children, Esau and Jacob, what happened, the Most High ended up blessing, Isaac put the blessing on Jacob instead, because Esau sold his birthright to Jacob. So Jacob, we know today as Jacob children, known today as so-called Black and Hispanic. He had 12 sons, makes up the 12 tribe of Israel. Okay, Esau himself is known as the so-called white man. But what happened is, I'm going to go over right now to the book of Genesis chapter 12, because what happened is these people that's in the land today are not Jews, and these Arabs, they stole the land from us. Now, I'm going to go over to Genesis chapter 12, verse 1. This is Genesis chapter 12, verse 1. Now it says, "Now the Lord has said unto Abraham, Get thee out of thy country, which is the land of Ur, and from thy kindred and from thy father's house, unto a land that I will show thee." The land is going to be promised land, Israel. "I will make of thee a great nation. I will bless thee and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing." Verse 3, "And I will bless them that bless thee, and curse him that curse thee. And in thy seed," that seed is Christ, "shall all family of the earth be blessed." Now, I'm going to go to the book of Galatians, chapter 3, verse 16, because the Bible says precept must be upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little, because the Bible is like a puzzle. You have to put it together.
Come on now.
Understand it. So this is Galatians chapter 3, verse 16. It says, "Now to Abraham and to his seed were the promise made. He said unto seed, as of many, but as of one, unto thy seed, which is Christ." So we just read Genesis chapter 12, verse 3, proving the seed is talking about Christ. Now, I'm going to continue now about when the Most High, who the land was given to. Because the land was not given to these so-called Arabs. It was given to the children of Israel. Now, I'm going to go right now to the book of Genesis chapter 15, chapter 13, verse 15. Genesis chapter 13, verse 15. Okay, and it says, Genesis 13, verse 15, and it says, give me a minute, it says, "For all the land which thou seest to thee will I give it unto thy seed forever." Right? He said, "I will give it unto thy seed forever." Now, let's see who the Most High gave the land to. Let's get now Genesis chapter 15, verse 18 through 21. Genesis 15, 18 to 21. And it says, "In the same day, Yahweh, the Most High, made a covenant with Abraham, saying, Unto thy seed will I give this land, from the river of Egypt," okay, which is the Nile River, "and to the great river, which is the Euphrates," the river Euphrates. Okay, now let's go back now to the other chapter in Genesis chapter 15 now. Go to Genesis chapter 15 and go back, but jump to, let's go, forget about 16, I just read it. Let's go to Genesis chapter 26, verse 1 to 3. Genesis chapter 26, verse 1 to 3. Okay, Genesis 26, verse 1 to 3. And it says, "And there was a famine in the land beside the famine that was in the day of Abraham. And Isaac went unto Abimelech, king of the Philistines," right? "And the Lord appeared unto him and said, Go not down into Egypt, okay, dwell in the land which I shall tear thee up. Sojourn in the land, and I will be with thee. I will bless thee forever. And unto thy seed I will give all these countries, and I will perform the oath which I swear unto Abraham thy father." Okay? Now, the Most High said he's going to give the land of Israel to thy seed Abraham, right? Okay, now, let's get Genesis down, chapter 17, verse 21. Because the reason why I'm going through different chapters is so we can sum up who the Most High gave the land of Israel to. This is Genesis chapter 17, and I start at verse 20. Genesis 17, verse 20. And it says, and as for Ishmael, which is so Arabs today, I have heard thee. Behold, I have blessed him. I will make him fruitful. I will multiply him exceedingly. make it a great nation. So the Arab, they are a great nation, right? Now, verse 21. But my covenant will I establish with Isaac. See? With Sarah shall bear unto thee at the set time in the next year. Okay? Now, the covenant, let's see what the covenant is, right? Let's get Genesis, go back to Genesis 26 and 3. Genesis chapter 26, verse 3. It said, Genesis 26, verse 3, where the Moses show you he gave the land of Israel to the children of Israel. That's like I just read Genesis 26, verse 3. I meant to say Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 40. Sorry about that. Deuteronomy chapter 4,
take your time,
verse 40.
Take your time, Lamont.
Right. Genesis chapter 4, verse 40. Deuteronomy 4 and 40. It says, thou shalt keep therefore his statutes and his commandments, which I command thee this day, that I may go well with thee, and with thy children after thee, and thou shalt no man make prolong thy days upon the earth, with the Lord that giveth thee forever. What land? The land of Israel. Okay? So now, let's go to the book of Joshua, because what happened is people are still asking the question, why are these two people fighting over the land? Now, when you read Joshua chapter 1, verse 4, right? You see Joshua chapter 1, verse 4. Then I'm going to go over the history, how the Arabs started occupying the land of Israel. Now, see Joshua chapter 1, verse 4. And it says, from the wilderness and this Lebanon, even unto the great river, the Euphrates rivers, all the land of the Hittites, and unto the great sea towards going down on the sun, shall be your coast. Right? So the Most High was Joshua, which is after Moses comes Joshua. Joshua was speaking to the children of Israel that these lands was going to be given to them. Okay? Now, there's no scripture tells you that the Most High gave these Arabs and these fake Jews this land. He gave the land to the Israelites. Okay? Now, one more chapter, and then I'm going to go over the history of how the Arabs ended up occupying Jerusalem. This is Genesis chapter 17, verse 1. Genesis 17, verse 1. And Abraham was 90 years old and 9. The Lord appeared to Abraham and said unto him, I am the power of God Almighty before thee, and thou be perfect. I will make my covenant between me and thee when I multiply thy deeds exceedingly. And Abraham fell upon his face and talked with him, saying, and for me, behold, my covenant is with thee, and thou shalt be a father of many nations. Right?
Right.
Now, let's go to the book of Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 5. Now, this goes to link up with the history that I'm about to go over, because what happened is there was a brother by the name of, there was a pope that was ruling, okay? His name is Pronesius, P-R-O, it's Sophronius, sorry. It's S-O-P-H-R-O-N-I-U-S. He was a Byzantine saint. What happened, he was the one that was ruling when the city was destroyed in 637 A.D. under Umar. His name is Umar, U-M-A-R, in 637 A.D. He went and conquered the Byzantine city known today that was in Israel, that was set up by Constantine the Great. So the Israelites ruled that Byzantine Empire from 313 to 636 AD, started with Constantine the Roman Emperor. That's when Christianity becomes widely practiced. Now, from Constantine to Sophronius, the Byzantine state has surrendered the city to Omar in 637 AD. Those are the Arabs. That's how the Arabs end up taking over Jerusalem from the Israelites, rather by the Sophronius. Okay? Now, The Israelite rule, the Arab rule from that time all the way down till 1099. That's when later on the Crusade, during the war with the Crusade, they had a war, and then later on they lost the war. Now the Crusade ruled from 1099 to 1187, and the Arab ruled Palestine under a guy by Rosideum, the Umayyad dynasty, and then later on other Arab rulers started occupying the land of Israel. Okay? Now, I'm going to read Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 5. Ezekiel 36, verse 5. And it says this. It says, therefore, thus says the Lord God, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idunia, which is who? The so-called white Jews that call themselves Jews, which I appointed my land into their possession, with joyful of all their hearts, with spiteful minds to cast it off for a prey. Now, the so-called Jews now that's in the land of Israel today, now there was a guy by the name of Lord Balfour. Lord Balfour was a public statement issue, was a letter that was written by Lord Balfour to Rothschild, okay, on November 2, 1970. By the letter was addressed to the Foreign Secretary, Lord Rothschild. Okay, so Lord Balfour is the one that put this letter together to give to Rothschild. Okay, Rothschild was a leader of the British Jewish community. So what happened? He wrote the letter and said that we need to establish a Jewish home state. And then in 1948 now, they started bringing so-called white people that call themselves Jews from all over different places in the world. Germany, Russia, England, and so forth, Polish. These Polish Jews today, they took on Judaism during the time of in 740 AD. Majority fled up into Poland and then formed this thing called Judaism. What happened is the British and the Americans got together, and then what they did now, they left it over to the United Nations. But who did control the United Nations at that time? And still is America. So now they start putting all these fake Jews in the land of Israel and call it Zionism, which is an establishment of a Jewish homeland for these fake Jews. So now the Arabs start having war with them, because what happens, they know these Jews they don't belong there, neither the Arabs. So that's why the war ends up happening with these Jews and Arabs and so forth. But let's see what the Bible says. This is Isaiah chapter 1, verse 7. Isaiah chapter 1, verse 7. Because the Bible clearly tells you that these people are not Jews. Okay? This is Isaiah chapter 1, verse 7. It says, your country is desolate. The Lord is speaking to the children of Israel. Your cities are burned with fire. Your land, strangers are going in your presence, and it is desolate and overthrown by strangers. Okay? By strangers. The Most High called these so-called Arabs and the so-called Jews strangers because they don't belong to the land. God gave the so-called Jew the land of Mount Sinai. That's their first home. So what happened later on when Israelites started falling from the grace the Most High gave them after Jerusalem got destroyed, a lot of Israelites went up to Europe and they formed their own kingdom and so forth. They were known as the Byzantine kings, they were known as the Anglo-Saxons, they were known all these different empires that ruled, they were known as the Scythians, okay, the Galatians, the Celtics, they were Israelites. All these people were Israelites. But what happened, because we're still now, the white man came at the end of the Middle Age, and which is known as the Dark Age, and overthrow. It's called the Dark Age because we so-called Black Hispanics ruled Europe for 1,000 years. It did not call the Dark Age because people were ignorant and so forth. It was called the Dark Age because we ruled Europe for 1,000 years, okay, known as the Dark Age. Now, when we got overthrown now, that's when the white men took over and they created this thing called the Renaissance, from the French word meaning rebirth. Now, these white people now, they start going around changing all the black image from black to white and start, making them so-called Warburg. Those not their land. They give them that land after forefather in the Bible and so forth. You know what I'm saying?
Now
So,
Lamar, let me ask you a question, please.
yes, sir.
Those names that you would hear what you would say that are Jewish names are not Hebrew names. Now some of them have taken on the name.
Some of them are Hebrew.
Yeah, well, what I'm saying is, like you hear, like Abraham, what's this guy, Netanyahu. You know, you hear, but I mean, like you hear like Stein and all of those. Would those names be considered Hebrew?
Those are Hebrew names, but what happens is the way they pronounce it. For instance, they would say Ibrahim, right?
Right.
It's Abraham. They would say now Yisrael, but we know it's Yashar'Allah.
Yashar'Allah,
Okay?
correct.
Yes, but it's the way they pronounce it now. They use this thing called vowel, because vowel was created by the so-called Europeans. The word vowel means other sound. Okay? Even scholars tell you that anyone that read Hebrew do not need vowel. Vowel
Right.
was added for people that are not fluent in Hebrew. Okay? Sometimes you hear, sometimes these white people hear and say, Benai, Israel, Adonai, Elohim. It's Benai, the proper way is Benai, Yasha'Allah, Allah Hayam, you know?
Right.
But what happened is they put this vowel sound to throw off the pronunciation of the language. Because many white scholars tell you that fluent in Hebrew, that you do not need a vowel sound to get understanding how to read Hebrew properly. Yeah, they said Bereshit bara Elohim, in the beginning, but it's bara Allah Hayam, bara in the beginning created heaven and earth. But that's how these so-called white men pronounce the Hebrew with vowel. But the thing is, they know, majority of Ethiopians today, they know that these Jews do not belong there. That's why they call them strangers. Okay, because the word Israel means modern Jews. Okay? What happened if they're modern Jews? What happened to the ancient Jews? You know, and the Bible tells you when the children of Israel go back in the land, they shall learn war no more. Let me read it before instead of quoting the scriptures, you know. Let me read exactly what the Bible said, because the scriptures give you a point proving this verse going to prove that these people are not Jews in the land of Israel. This is Isaiah chapter 2, verse 1. It says, the words that Isaiah the son of Amoz saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. Judah are the southern kingdom,
right,
and Jerusalem are the northern kingdom. The northern kingdom we know today are the so-called Hispanic. Okay, those forefathers are Indian and Negro. Those are the northern kingdom. The southern kingdom are Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. The southern kingdom. Those three kingdoms were during the time of Christ. So the Bible talks about the southern and northern, Judah and in Jerusalem, talk about the northern and the southern kingdom. Verse 2, and it shall come to pass in the last days, see, the last days, that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountain, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. Verse 3, and many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob. And he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his path. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, and out of Jerusalem, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. Verse 4, and he shall judge among the nations, which is what? The Gentile nation, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their sword into pruning hooks, and their spear into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. So now, the Most High speaks to the children of Israel. So the Bible said the children of Israel, when they're established in the land of Israel, they are not going to learn war anymore.
No,
so I ask you a question.
Yeah,
so
go ahead.
what's going on in Israel today?
War.
They have war with each other.
Right. So that was the question I wanted to ask you, Lamont, which is, what I was talking about earlier was that the reason that there's turmoil and war over there, first of all, the Palestinians that are there realize that those people they're not native to that part of the world. Okay. Right. The other thing is that this is also Bible prophecy, as we stated earlier, taking place. Meaning this, like I had said something to Amari Stoudemire, who's a former player of the NBA. He said he goes over there to Israel. He studied Torah and he eat kosher food. Well, you in New York, so you could do that in right there in New York. Okay, there's a lot of Jewish people in New York, so you don't have to go to Israel to eat kosher food or to study the Torah. All of that being said, my point is, moving forward with this topic, it basically is a point to say, well, the once the true bloodline is established back in that land, there will be no more war over there. And the reason that there's war over there now is because the people that are in that land is not they're not the proper heirs to that land. And matter of fact, we played a video earlier. And the video was by that President Joe Biden. And he said that if that Israel didn't exist, what he said, Mr. Producer?
They have to make an Israel.
They would have to make one. So this is what I'm saying. These people understand and know that a lot. That's the whole crux of this thing, is that these people that are in the land and all the one that's living this fallacy, they understand and know that this is bullshit that they've been selling people, that they have out here, that these people are supposed to be there. And this is why it's one-sided, and it's been like that. It's even not even there in the land of Israel, but over here. We've seen things that when it boils down to it, only one specific group of people's lives matter. You understand what I'm saying? And it's the people who are calling themselves to be something that they're not.
Okay.
But go ahead, you got the floor back, brother.
Correct. Yes, because you see, there are many times I dealt with a lot of so-called Jews, and I asked them, how do you fulfill the prophecy concerning the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28? Because when Moses brought us out of Egypt and we came to Mount Sinai, which is Saudi Arabia today, he told us, if we do not keep his commandment,
right,
the Most High commandment,
right,
then we are going to go back into Egypt again with ships. Now, there's no record tell you, because some scholars, they try to say, well, it's when we went back to Egypt. They're trying to find every way to say that it's when the Jews go back into Egypt with ships, but they don't have any evidence. That modern day Egypt is talking about America,
right?
Because we got the facts in.
The symbolism.
No record tells you that we went to ancient Egypt with ships. This Egypt is talking about America,
right?
I'm gonna go prove it.
But hold on, before you do that, so for everybody out there that's watching and listening to the Chris Miles Show,
come on now.
This is what I want everybody to do to prove that what Brother Lamar is talking about, that America is modern day Babylon or modern day Egypt. I want you all to do one specific thing. I want you to go in your wallet right now and pull out a dollar bill.
Come on now.
You're going to look on that dollar bill, and the symbolism that you see on that dollar bill is a replication of that of ancient Egypt. Why would American money have ancient Egypt artifacts on it? And then this is another thing. When you go into D.C.,
yeah, all the symbolism, all
of the symbolism that you see is ancient Egypt artifacts. In my native city of Montgomery, where I'm from, you go right out there to area East Shakes, the symbolism. You go to Chicago, the symbolism. You go to L.A., symbolism. In Atlanta, symbolism. Egyptian symbolism. So this is why I'm saying, this is why I tell people all the time The Bible is not some toy. It's not a book that, oh man, that's a white man's book. No, it's not. That book is about you. That book is about the fact of past, present, and future revelations. What's to come, what's getting ready to, all of these things that you are seeing unfold right now is Bible prophecy. But
That's right.
Lamar, you can go back to
Bring it up.
subject matter. Come on with it.
Bring it up.
Correct. Yes, sir. I'm going to go to Revelation chapter 11, verse 8. It's a Revelation 11, verse 8. And it says, and their dead body shall lie in the street of the great city. The dead body means our dead state of mind. It's talking about the Israelites. Because the Most High gave prophets, the disciples, visions of things that will happen in the future. Right? I'm read again. Revelation chapter 11, verse 8 through 9. And their dead body shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. See? Spiritually. Another word is not a physical sense. Where our Lord was crucified. Was Christ crucified in Egypt? No. In other words, the true teaching of Christ has not been taught. What color do they put Jesus as? As so-called white men.
Right.
Which we know, anybody knows history knows that Caesar Borgia, the second son of Pope Alexander VI of Rome, okay, which spiritually caused, which our Lord was crucified, verse 9. And they are the people and kindred and tongues and nations that see their dead bodies. The kindred and tongue is other nations from other countries and so forth. Seeing the condition of our people, but they would not tell them who they were. They are. Because what happened, these nations, you think these white people from Europe don't know who black and Hispanic people are? An example, Putin said that the black people in America are the real Jews. Hitler said the same thing.
Well, actually also too, Putin has what's called the Russian icons. They're in Russia.
Right. Exactly.
So I mean, it's not like it's impossible to find out who we are. Exactly. You know, he actually has the those artifacts there. Mm-hmm. But continue.
Correct. Right. And they are the people and kindred. But I'm not slacking, my brother. Let's mention Hitler. Hitler had a talk with one of his generals. And Hitler said, do you that America has God's jewel in slavery? So the general was like, who's God's jewel? He said, the Negroes, those are God's people. Hitler said that. And we have the book to back it up. Verse 9. And they are the people and kindred and tongues and nations that see their dead bodies. 3 days and a half. 3 days and a half is symbolized that our people is going to be in captivity for a long period of time. 3 days and a half, in other words, until the Gentile rulership be fulfilled. So 3 days and a half, and shall not suffer their dead body to be put in grave. In other words, they have not teach us who we are as a people. They call us African American. They call us Hispanic. Okay, they call us Puerto Rican, Dominican, Mexican. These names are the names the white men give us. Hispanic means Hispanic from Spain. Latino is the people that speak Latin, like the language Latin. Latino is a place, is a village in ancient Rome, from the word Latino. So there's no such as Latino. West Indians have nothing to do with the nationality. But all these names the so-called white men gave to us. That's why the Bible says, I shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves, right? Now, let's go to another chapter, brother. A little history about Ezekiel chapter 38, because a lot of people are wondering why Russia is so big in the news. Why Saudi Arabia now is popping up in the news? The Chinese are popping up in the news. Let's see what the Bible said about Saudi Arabia. And let's see what it says about Turkey and Germany, because Germany is going to end up siding with Russia later on as we speak. Okay? This is Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 1. Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 1. And it says, and the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against God. Set thy face means the prophesied against the prince, the king of Russia, or the president of Russia. God means the person that's ruling. The land of Magog. Magog is Russia. Now, how we know Magog is Russia? Because it said the last days. The prophecy concerned the last days. Magog was one of the sons of Japheth. When Noah divided the earth, he gave Shem the Middle East. He gave Africa their own land, which is Africa, and all the places Egypt, Ethiopia, and so forth, right? Because there was only 4 countries in Africa. The whole rest of the country you see in Africa, it was called the Berlin Conference.
Right.
So for when they want to split those land up and call it Southern Africa, North Africa, and so forth, right?
Right.
So now Magog is modern day Russia. So now Magog was one of the sons of Japheth, and when Noah divided the earth, they went and occupied Europe. Those are the sons of Japheth, and Japheth they left their name there as they occupied the land. Okay, the land of Magog is chief prince of Meshech. When you look at the word Meshech, it means Moscow and Tubal. For the word Tubal, and prophesied against him. Okay, the word God means chief ruler. Verse 3, and say, thus says the Lord God, behold, I'm against thee, O God, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and I will turn thee back. When the Lord says I will turn thee back, another word, the Most High is that lead Russia to war.
You see that?
And who Russia going to end up invading? The United States of America, according to Jeremiah chapter 51. Right? Verse 4, I'm going to read verse 4 again. Ezekiel chapter 30, verse 4. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaw, meaning the Most High is going to lead Russia towards war. And I will bring thee forth, mean what? From the north, and all thy armies, horses, means military power, and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, means military shield, all these things, gun, machine, heavy artillery, machine guns and stuff. Even a great company. What is the great company? The other nation that's going to join with Russia. With bucklers, right? Bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Verse 5, Persia was known as Iran, because Persia was changed in 1965, it was changed from Iran to Persia.
Mm-hmm.
From Persia to Iran, I'm sorry. Now, Ethiopia, because Ethiopia was once allied with Russia at one time, and Libya, with them, all of them with shields and helmets, okay? Verse 6, Goma, those are the Germans, right? Because the children of Goma occupied Germany at one time. And all this band means is army. The house of Togama known today as what? As Turkey. Anybody knows history, look up the word Turkey, they will see it's Togama. Ancient Togama, because the sons of Japheth occupied those lands. How these white people end up in Turkey? They stole the land from these people. Just like they did with the American Indians. All these people you see up in Europe today, they are not Europeans. The real people of Europe are the sons of Japheth. Okay? The people in Hawaii are the original people of Europe. They're known as Hawaiians. Okay? What they call other country called where they look like Indians. Those are Japhetic people of the North Quarter. So these people are coming from the north. And all this band and many people with these.
So
these are prepared by thyself, and thou and all thy company that are sent unto thee. And be thou guard unto them, mean Russia is going to supply all these countries with nuclear weapons. That's why you hear, on the news, Russia is giving these countries weapons. That's not good. We're going to talk to Putin or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Whatever president did. So them say we're going to talk to Putin or Miguel Gorbachev because we don't like that, That's how when Miguel Gorbachev was president way back in the day, they found out that Russia was giving these other countries weapons. But this is according to prophecy. Verse 8. At many days, mean the last days, those shall be visited. See? Mm-hmm. In the latter years, mean the last days, those shall come into the land that is brought back from the sword. What land that was brought back from the sword? Israel. Because that is say brought back from the sword because we're doing something in Arab-Israeli war. And it's gathered out of many people. The many people that that gathered out of Israel are the Israelites that was scattered, or when the Romans got destroyed us, and also when other nations was kicking us out of the land of Israel. We spread all the way up into Europe, we fled to England, China, because you got a lot of Israelites up in China, according to Isaiah chapter 49, verse 12. Okay? And it's gathered out of many people against the mountain of Israel, which have been always waged to what? To war. But it's brought forth out of the nation. I'm going to read that part again. But it is brought forth out of the nation, means fake Jews coming from the land from other countries and occupies Israel as Jews. Okay? Verse 9. Those shall ascend and come like a storm, with military power. Those shall be like a cloud, with multitude of force to come to the land, though and all thy band and many people with thee. Now I'm going to jump to that part where it said Sheba and Dedan now. Because Sheba and Dedan are known as Saudi Arabia. Now, verse 13. It said, Sheba and Dedan, that's Saudi Arabia, are the merchants of Tarshish, which is Spain, with all the young lion, mean the leaders, shall say unto thee, art thou come to take a spoil? Art thou gathered thy company to take a prey, to carry away silver and gold, to take away cattle and goods, to take a great spoil? So when they take over Israel in the last day, they're going to wrap all the jewelry, all the diamonds and so forth that Israel has stolen from the Africans. Okay? So these are prophecy is out there, is about to come to pass. Now I'm going to jump to verse 15. And those shall come from the place of the north quarter, which is Russia. Though, and many people with thee, all of them riding upon horses, a great company, and a mighty armies. So Russia is going to be a nuclear war in the land of Israel. Okay?
So let me ask you something. Hold that thought.
Mm-hmm.
I talked about that earlier about the purging of that land, purge rather, right?
Yes, sir.
So, according to the Bible, right? So help everybody listen to understand. You just said that Russia's going to do what to Israel?
Russia's going to end up invading Israel, according to the Bible prophecy.
So, is that because of their ties to Iran or what?
No. It's not because of that. It's because the Most High is going to use Russia to take down the fake Jews. And the Most High is going to wake up all the other nations to take out Israel. Because just like, for instance, when America goes to war, does America go by themselves? No. They use allies. Okay? But the thing is, the Most High is going to enjoy that way. Just like America, when America went to Iraq, they were dropping bombs on these people like they were not human beings. And America was not by themselves. They have other countries with them.
Right.
So the Most High said he's going to use other nations to bring down this wicked empire known as the United States of America because of what they did to his people. Because the Most High said, I'm going to send you a recompense, a payback. See? Because when the white man goes to war, he does not show anyone mercy. Look at all the war America ever fought. They just wipe you out, man. They don't have no mercy in you. They don't care who you are. They just kill you and take away what you have. But this time, America has no chance because I'm going to show you the book of Joel, where the Most High says he's going to lead the Northern Army, okay, which is America. Because the same way America did to these other countries, the Lord is going to do it worse. And the Most High said the only people is going to be able to dwell in this country, only creature, or the sightful dove. You see what happened with there's a bird called a pelican. I think they call it a pelican bird.
Yeah.
You see the bird that put on the flag of Israel in Israel?
No, I haven't seen it.
Yes, there's a video out there with the crow. It's called a crow. In Jamaica, they call it giant crow. It's a bird that eats up dead people. Now, for a crow to put on the Israeli flag, and also the cat did the same thing, you know, judgment days come to the country.
Right.
Because when you watch, for an example, when you watch some martial arts movie, and the emperor and the good guy, one of them is about to die. You see the crow start flying because they know something drastically is about to happen. That's why you see that Crow end up taking down the flag. That's not good news. That's something bad is about to happen. But people are not paying attention because they figure, well, it's something that happening regularly. No.
Right.
But the Moshe has shown you the destruction is about to happen to that place. Now, this is the book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 20. Prophecy concerning now America is moving their military toward the Middle East because America just gave Israel 45 F-16, and now they have 4 military ships about to approach Iran because they're about to invade Iran. And that's the purpose. Israel ended up murdering all those people and blaming on Hamas. Hamas was created by Israel to overthrow Yasser Arafat. And Hamas said, no, I'm not going to overthrow my people.
So hold on, let me ask you something. During the time of Yasser Arafat, it was the PLO, correct?
Yes, sir.
So you're saying that Israel created Hamas to go after the PLO?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Just like for instance, when you read that Apocrypha, when the Roman conquered other nations, they set up puppet government, and if the puppet government is not doing what they said, they will do what? They will send problem in the country. You see what I'm saying? They will use their own people to create problem among the government. That's how America end up overthrow governments and so forth by causing people to be at war with one another. You see? So what happened is when they created Hamas rebelled against Israel. You see? But the thing is this thing that went down a couple weeks ago, it was not Hamas. It was Israel that did it. Because remember, Israel have a defense system called the Iron Dome.
Right.
It's an Israeli defense system that could take any missile that could come to the country. Only one that had the code to break that are the Russian and the Chinese and also.
Right.
But they know, other people in the country know that it was the Israel that did it. Because all those guys that dress up, they did not, first of all, Hamas does not wear a covered face. When they go to fight war, they go without masks. These are Israeli, American soldiers, and Ukraine. There's evidence on that. And it's not no black men that brought out that information. It was a white Jewish woman and other people saying the same thing, that this thing was a setup. Okay? Because 2 weeks before that, brother, Netanyahu had a meeting, show a map in the United Nations of the new Israel for the future, and Palestine was not on the map.
So, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Finish up about
No, go ahead, and I'll ask you after you finish your.
Right. So Palestine was not on the map. So when Netanyahu came back a week later, he said, you know what? He told his men to be on guard. Be on guard. Why? Because they know something's gonna happen. Because they set it up. Just like the World Trade Center, they know this building was brought down by what? By the government, because they need to go and have war with Afghanistan and Iraq and so forth. Not to get on the subject, just use an example, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So they're needing an excuse. The same thing with Pearl Harbor. They know the Japanese was coming, so they take away the best warship and left them American soldiers to die in battle with the Japanese. I said, okay, now we have the perfect right. We need to regular people, we need to go to war. See, they just attack us. But they already know that. They know the Japanese was coming, but they didn't give a damn because they have to test the Manhattan Project, which is the bomb that was created by Oppenheimer. So that's the best. That's why the people, use the word Pearl Harbor. Right. With the word Trade Center, they had a meeting in Britain and said that Tony Blair said, you know what, we need a Pearl Harbor in order to go to Iraq and take over the land and Afghanistan and so forth. So the perfect time of it was the World Trade Center.
Lamar, this is what we're gonna do, brother. I'm gonna give you. We actually a few minutes over. Is what I want to do is I want to give you an opportunity to close. I'm gonna bring you back, but I want you to Because wow, this is you galvanized my interest by something you said, but it makes a lot of sense. All right, so you said that to go back to something you said, right? You said that I remember Yasser Arafat, okay?
Yes.
Which was the PLO, and you're right. It was a Palestinian Liberation Army. That's what PLO stood for.
Right.
You don't hear anything about them anymore, but you do. But anyway, I mean, I'll get with you on. I'm gonna let you finish what you have to say. Then we're gonna close and we're gonna skip out. But go ahead.
Yes. The book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 20.
Come on with it. Come on with it.
Joel chapter 2, verse 20. It said, "But I will remove far off from you the northern army." The northern army is America. "And will bring him down, and will drive him into a land barren and desolate," which is what the Persian Gulf. But the face toward the east sea. Okay, the east sea meaning the Persian Arabian Gulf, right?
Right.
Right? And his face toward the utmost sea. The utmost sea is the Mediterranean Sea. "And his things shall come up, and his filled Savior shall come up, because he has done great things." Now in Joel chapter 3, verse 2, now the last one, it said, "I will gather all nations."
Right.
I'm going to start at verse 1. Joel chapter 3, verse 1 to 2. "For behold, in those days, mean the last days, and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem," meaning the northern and the southern kingdom. Verse 2, "I will also gather all nations. I will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat." Jehoshaphat, the reason why it's called Valley of Jehoshaphat, because that's where a mass deceptive of war during the time of Jehoshaphat. A lot of people got killed, murdered.
So
okay.
Where's Jehoshaphat in modern day terms, Lamont?
Jehoshaphat, when you look at it on an old map, right?
Yeah.
Jehoshaphat is right by, is like south of Israel. If you look at an old map, I have my map right here. Let me get it right here. Pass it on my for a second.
No, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. I got it right here. Okay. Jehoshaphat mean Yahweh judge. Now, when you look at Jehoshaphat, in between, okay, I have a map here, between Temple Mountain, Hal Harama, they call it, right next to Mount Sinai, Mount of Olives, where the judgment will take place. Right next to Mount of Olives, they call it Mount Sinai, right there, next to the side of Palestine. That's where the most locate. Tell you that you must have. You know, when you look at the Kidron Valley, right?
Yes.
The Kidron Valley is like right next to Jerusalem. They used to call it the Tom. They call it the Tom Bomb Cave.
Yeah.
But right there, it's right next to. It's called the Kidron Valley. It's right like south of Jerusalem. Okay, that's where the Most High said He's gonna bring them down to bring judgment on them and so forth. I gotta get a new map. That's sad. Oh, but when you read that place, that's when the Most High gonna bring all the nations to judgment, right? And the Most High tell you He's gonna bring wonders on them in the last days. This is Joel chapter 2, verse 30 says, "And I will show wonders in the heavens." What are the wonders? The destruction. "And in the earth, blood and fire and pillar of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, before the great and terrible day of the Lord God." Right? So that's what's going to happen, that the Most High is going to do to the land of Israel. And like I said, the Most High is going to destroy the whole army of the Russians, because Russia is going to be the last country to survive that nuclear war. Because that's why Russia is building the military, and all this kingdom is building up the weapons, because the Most High says He's going to wake up the dead. The dead is some of the third world country. Those that they call the third world country.
Right.
Most that call them the dead. But the Lord's going to wake them up by using Russia and China to supply these nations with nuclear weapons. There's nothing to do about it. Because the same way ancient Rome fell. How did Rome fall? Rome fell when they have no more finance to support the military system. They scattered all over the world. And in 508 AD, that's when Rome pulled the military from out of Israel, from out of Britain. So, as we speak, nations, they have things in their mind now, what they're going to do next, because Americans not going to stand a chance to overcome their so-called victory in the Middle East. It's the end of them right there. And they know that. Every empire ruled, brother, the greatest empire ever ruled the earth was the British. There's an old time saying that the sun never set in the British Empire.
Right.
And therefore, and here comes the daughter, America. Because America came out of Britain. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, the thing is this, man, the Bible says every kingdom divided against itself shall not stand. The Congress is at war with the Democrats, which is the same devils anyway.
Right.
But they don't, a lot of them do not agree with what Israel is doing. So the Moses say, I'm a stir a perverse spirit in the midst of Egypt, which is America. A spirit of confusion. So as we go on beyond this time bomb of what's going on in the Middle East, we as a people, black and Hispanic, we have to come together and come back to your nationality. But there's always got to be a bridge there with these so-called Christians. Because like these Christians, they're praying for America. America don't give a damn about black and Hispanic. They want to wipe us off the earth. Look what happened when they dropped a bomb on one of the, cities. I think it was Alabama. If I'm not mistaken, correct me, brother. There were some sisters in church that killed.
Yeah, that was in that was during the bomb in Birmingham. It happened in Birmingham. But yes, black kids, black girls were bombed, and 4 of them lost their lives. But yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they don't care about us, man. They're fighting every way to get rid of us, brother. I mean,
well, the thing about it is, the Most High won't allow that to happen, and
exactly.
the thing is, we just have to remain vigilant, keep our eyes on the prize, and like I say, just basically watch these scriptures unfold, because that's what's happening right now, is that we are actually starting to see these things manifest. I'm going to say this in closing. One of the things that I was telling Mr. Producer earlier, that Joe Biden went over to the Middle East, and when he was over there meeting with Israel, he wanted to also meet with the Arab nations, but they refused to talk to him. That's because the spirit that Most High put on them to say, wait a minute, there's too much stuff going on over here, too many, bombing and all this other stuff, and people are like having to boil toilet water, they have drinking water, we don't have running water in the hospital, all of these things going wrong. So it's like, no, we ain't with it. But like one thing I will say, it's going to be interesting to see how all of this unfold. The thing is that in despite of all of the negativity that we see moving forward, it's a blessing to be here to see it. But Mr. Lamont, I appreciate you. We will have you back. I appreciate you breaking the scriptures down, and we will have you back, and we'll go from there. I appreciate you. Anything you want to say, Mr. Producer?
Oh no, man! He broke it down adequately.
Okay, all right. Will Lamont, appreciate you. Anything you want to say in closing?
Yes, I want to say, man, for our people to come back together, start calling themselves Black and Hispanic, and keep fair and keep the Most High commandments. Because Moses said, "For this is the duty of men that will keep His commandments." Once the black men stop killing each other, this is be our beginning of our way out of this modern day Egypt. But we have to come together spiritually and have love for one another and so forth. That's all I have to say, my brother.
It'll be a beautiful thing, but I don't know. But anyway, I thank you for being a part of the Chris Miles Show Thank you. We'll talk soon, and you take care of yourself. All right. Shalom. All right. Well, people, we went a little over. Go ahead.
I want to play one video for you. I just found it, man. It was really interesting.
Okay, come on with it.
Before you go.
All right.
Christian Zionists in America are not native. The area of Palestine, Israel, whatever you want to, they were not born there. They immigrated from Europe.
Ashkenazi Jews.
They were Ashkenazi Jews who came in from Europe and with the rifle took the land. God didn't give it to them. They took it at the point of a rifle shooting Arabs, and they killed Muslims and Christians. They slaughtered them, massacres, women, children, horrible massacres. That is the history of Israel, 1948. And I dare any Christian Zionist to prove me wrong, because I can show you the historical records of the massacres that took place in 48. They're horrible, absolutely horrible, the people who were killed. And because of that, the Arabs developed a fury, an anger that European Ashkenazis just flooded in to Palestine and violently pushed them off their land.
So, Mr. Producer.
Yeah, come on now.
That's pretty much back up to what I said earlier in the beginning of the show.
Exactly.
And it also brings light to what Lamar said also.
Most definitely.
And matter of fact, the President of the United States said that. Said we didn't have an Israel, we had to do what?
Create one.
Create one. So, in closing, I can't say I don't understand why they say Israel have a right to defend themselves, but like I say, all of this stuff that we see is Bible prophecy, but I'm holding fast to, if they wasn't there, it wouldn't be a problem. That will be the problems we see. This is the other thing I want to say about that. Like the people that are there, whenever you bring up Torah or the Bible or the Apocrypha, they don't want to deal with it because they can't. They had like this guy here, this white guy just said they have no ties to that land, but they're there using ethnic cleansing on the people who have been there. Well, anyway, Mr. Producer, it's been fun. As always, hopefully we've edified some things and we've enlightened people.
Yeah.
To the point they needed to be enlightened. We will be back here, most high willing, same time next week. We do have some things. I won't say this is sporadic, but if this is going on, we'll be back on the topic to a degree. So anyway, everybody out there, be safe. Enjoy your week. This is the beginning of a new week. It's late for us and that type of thing, but it's been fun and I enjoyed it. I want to thank Lamar for coming on, basically bringing light to much needed topic, and just like I say, for clarity, because there are a lot of people out there really don't understand, don't know what is going on. But hopefully, we've put you close to where you need to be on the facts. Mr. Producer, I appreciate you. Same time next week. Anything to say?
Nah, man, I learned a lot, man, from Brother Lamar, man, and how you broke everything down, man, it's devastating, man.
It is. Well, people, listen, you all take care of yourself. We'll do it again next week, most high willing. As always, the Moving Finger Rights has written, moves on to all of you. Good evening.